the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seem to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count. That means taking care of the ball.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Higher defense giving up very few easy points. We've got more in store for you right after this.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
But it's also called making a good read. Understanding
Kevin Harlan
where
saying
everyone
thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
Play the game.
And so it's Washington with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
After one half of play, it's been a one-sided affair. Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Things were going Washington's way from the beginning. Tenacious on both ends of the floor, they took command early with a 13-2 run. Big-time offense for them was the theme, and at the end of quarter one, they were up by 16. Then in quarter number two, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
How good are these guys on the fast break? They're pushing the ball, finding the open man, finishing strong. They're at a breakneck pace, and if they can maintain this level of intensity in the second half, blowout city.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, they gave up too many good looks. You look at the field goal percentage against them, this tells the whole story. Not enough activity defensively, not enough disruption, Ernie. Like Kenny disrupts me all the time, not enough disruption.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Playing some ferocious defense. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
That's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.
To contest that shot and maybe alter it.
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Bucks on top, up by 9. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It's Milwaukee with the advantage at the half. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny?
You can see where the priorities are. Rebounding, and then more rebounding. They made a concerted effort to get the glass clean.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
Bucks, a grand total of 28 points for them in the game now. They have no answer for him defensively. Back right after this.
Artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
Our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. And we'll see you next time. They lead by 8, and we'll be back with you right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Nets?
Well, KD just has that instinct for scoring. It's just how he's built. You look at the first half, he was aggressive, made tough shots. Very difficult to scheme against because he's usually one step ahead of you.
Looking at Charlotte, Kenny, your thoughts?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
By 7. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Guys, our Jordan player of the game, Kevin Durant.
And the D tried to get physical with him down low tonight, and it really backfired. Instead, he's just tore them up. He was aggressive, inviting the contact, and really just taking it straight to him.
These fans love him, and tonight he's given them plenty to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening. 6. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He ended up with 28 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 steal. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. Hey, big fella, what's your take on Golden State so far?
Well, Ernie, it's hard to contain a guy with unlimited range. Then you have the ball handler. You also got that feet work. Steph's just on another level when it comes to creating space for a shot.
And over to Kenny. Let's get your insights on Dallas.
They just gave up way too many good looks from the three-point line. That means either you haven't followed the game plan correctly or you're not executing it correctly. Either way, it's wrong. So from the looks of the first half, they need to aggressively close out on shooters to close this gap and the score.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
For the Golden State Warriors. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. We come back right after this.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how
Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
Coming into this game, he'd been having a tough stretch. We all know that, but not anymore. He's back at his best, and I think it's safe to say that slump is over. It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. See you next time.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. Some good action during the period, as it was just a one-point game at the end of one. They were in the driver's seat once we got into the second quarter. Their lead is now 8 here at the half, and they've got all the momentum on their side. What'd you think, Shaq, about Cleveland?
Well, they're out in front tonight because of their offensive rebounding. Those second chance buckets came into play in a big way. Those are effort points, momentum builders, salvaging points off the scrap heap. You never heard me say scrap heap before, Ernie. I don't even know what it means. It just sounded good.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Miami?
They need to break it down. And I look at the individual areas that they're struggling, like they're getting pounded. I mean pounded, Ernie, on the boards. That's a hustle stat.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
American Airlines Arena.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays.
To present
So
our
valuable.
Jordan player of the game, Tristan Thompson.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what John Beilein said to his team. He said,
For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Marc Gasol playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and 5 rebounds. In their previous game, he had a performance he said he wanted to put behind him quickly, and so far he's doing just that with the nice first half he had here. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, I love the way they're pushing the tempo, beating the defense down the floor, filling the lanes, finishing with authority, Ernie, getting to the rim and finishing hard.
Shaq, what'd you think about Orlando?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the board. They help keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Lead by 6. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
But that maturity and leadership turned into a championship in Toronto. Doesn't get better than that.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
And he's got to be thrilled with how well he shot the ball, Kevin. Good on almost 60% of his shots. That's what I call an efficient performance. And a team loves having someone that
For
dependable.
Dorisburg, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later. First one so far. It's the Bulls. They're up by 2. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Andre Drummond having an outstanding game. He had 18 points, 2 block shots, and a monster amount of rebounds. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
So far, no one can match up with Andre Drummond. Using his strength to overpower people, athleticism to make plays to the rim. Terrific first half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
Well, they've been getting worked on the glass. Out-hustled, out-muscled, out-bustled. Where's the fight? I know they got some tough matchups. If they really want to win the game, they need to crash the boards way harder in the second half.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
The United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys
in
trying
this
to
thing,
force their...
they need a score.
Yeah, and quick. No room for error, no time to waste.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Andre Drummond.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building
For Chris
tonight.
Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for being with us. We'll see you later.
Talk
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Timberwolves ahead, up by...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first half was all about Karl Anthony Towns. He ended up with 15 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. The first 2 quarters went very well for him. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, I think to shoot a high percentage, your offense has to be in sync. And in the first half, those guys were sharing the basketball, playing for each other. Now it becomes a matter of being consistent at it.
And Shaq, how do you think the Jazz were playing?
Their three-point shooting in the first half was atrocious. Ugh, ugly, awful, nasty. It's not that they're just missing shots. It's like they just keep taking the shots. Hold on, Ernie. Hey, you! Whatever your number is, stop shooting the 3. See, Ernie, that's all the coach got to do. Tell them stop shooting the 3. Pass, cut, work together, do something.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
Hasn't let him down. He's now up to 23 points today. And we'll be right back after this. Our Jordan Player of the Game, Andrew Wiggins.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
Folks, for our broadcast, for Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing strong. As a team, they seem to be always thinking, always looking for the best shot. If they keep sharing the ball this way, the second half could be more lopsided than the first.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Is awesome at throwing shooters off their games.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets having no problems at all. Up 29 points heading into the next quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll return shortly.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
That's going to do it for now.
I like it.
For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone. 2-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We come back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, they shot under 40% in the first half. There's your deficit. They missed some open looks, wide open. But overall, I thought the offense was stagnant. Look for their coach to draw up some specific plays to try to jumpstart them in the second half.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Just go over there.
Always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
Well, this is why, Greg, great point guard play is so critical in today's
Joining
NBA.
us, that'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. So long.